Day 2 of the Centennial Bank Baseball and Softball Championships roll on from Conway, Arkansas. It's Genoa Central and Ashdown for the 3A state title. We've already had a full day of baseball and softball, really good baseball on tap, and we anticipate much the same this morning from Conway, Arkansas. Welcome to the booth. I'm JB Brazil alongside the infamous Wes Moore. Wes, baseball's in the air. We got a treat in both baseball contests yesterday, and these two teams have already played twice this year. The winner of this one will take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, they split the matchups earlier this season, so today is truly the rubber game, but it's the most important rubber game of the season for these two teams. So they're familiar with each other. They know the pitchers. They know the hitters. So it should be a fantastic baseball game to get us started this morning.
Well, we certainly expect that. Here's the schedule of what's on for today. It's the 3A title game. Ashdown, Genoa Central coming up here shortly. And then 4A softball, Bauxite and Pea Ridge to follow with baseball and softball after that 4A and 3A title games.
4A baseball is Harding Academy in Brooklyn. It's kind of a Harding Academy day because as soon as they're done, everybody's going to move on over to Shock Stadium and watch the 3A softball game. Mayflower and Harding Academy will finish us up tonight.
Well, if you look at the Dragon dugout, they're the visiting team, so they will be able to take the back box first. They'll be hitting Braxton Robertson. He's their shortstop. He's going two-way to play at Henderson State. This guy can swing it.
Look at the batting average, 437 for him this season. A couple of home runs, a 24 RBI, and he's been getting it done in the postseason, hitting 393, and when it really matters.
You see that big 3-1 on his chest right there?
What is that?
They all wear that, right?
Why?
Last year, they lost in the quarterfinals to CAC. Coach said after the game, they were not pleased. They all sat around and said, Coach, this is not going to happen again. They've used that as fuel to try to take on. But, hey, Walt Jones for Ashdown, he's the one that stands in the way. He's going to lead it for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Razorback commit is a two-way player. We'll probably see him pitch at some point today, not starting the game, but 476, gets on base 580, 58% of the time.
Man.
4 home runs, a heck of a player. It's going to be fun to watch him, and I think Razorback fans will be excited to watch him up on the hill in the future.
Well, it's a cloudy morning in the central part of the state. 69 degrees is what it feels like, 65 on the field, so a little cooler than what we had yesterday. Winds blowing out a little bit. That might come into effect. We don't know, but what we do know is first pitch will be coming up right after this.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at UAMShealth.com. Winrock Automotive supports Arkansas athletes as a sponsor of the Arkansas PBS Sports broadcast of the High School State Championship games, with 7 dealerships across the state serving Little Rock, Conway, and Jonesboro. Winrock Automotive is community-focused and provides vehicle sales and service across Arkansas. We're honored to be a part of these unforgettable moments celebrating Arkansas student athletes. Winrock Automotive, connecting communities through service and support.
In life.
Welcome back to Conway, Arkansas. The 3A state championship is right around the corner. Let's take a look at the Genoa Central batting order to start things off. Will Spears, Braden Cobb, and Braxton Robertson. Cleanup hitter Cameron Bush, Mudford, and Wells to follow. Then Thomas, Tier, and Helms. That's the Winrock Automotive batting order to get things going. And they're going to face a little bit of a different arm than they might have been expecting. It's Kyler Jones that gets the start for Ashdown.
The other Jones. Not that Kyler's worse than Walt, but, Walt Jones is who everyone was expecting, including Genoa Central, but it's going to be Kyler Jones to start this off. But I have a feeling at some point we'll see Walt Jones come in, but two good pitchers we'll be seeing today from Ashdown that Genoa Central will have to face off against. Walt Jones, the Arkansas signee, has a ERA of 1.40, but you look at Kyler, his ERA is a little bit better, 1.19.
Yeah, and he's got, about 15 innings less pitched than Walt Jones, so that's why they thought Walt was going to be the guy. We talked to Coach O'Bannon, though. They're going with Kyler Jones, and then after that, it's Walt Jones. He said, we're not going to anybody else. We hope we don't even get to Walt Jones, but if we do, that's where we're stopping.
Ashdown's going with the law firm of Jones & Jones today.
Well, here we go. Just about set for the first pitch. Jones comes set, delivers to Will Spears, and we are underway. 10:06, the start time for the 3A state championship. Will Spears, the second baseman for the Dragons, takes that ball low, trying to get things going. Takes a low strike to begin, so that's how the zone. We've seen these umpires, great job in these state championship games. That's Zach Evans behind the plate, Elias Hewitt, and Bryant Bowerman are the other umpires. Swing and a miss there from Spears, and Jones gets ahead 1-2.
Spears in the postseason hitting .367. Now, his regular season average was .333, so he's hitting better in the postseason. Good layoff there.
Sure was. That's a good pitch from Jones to try to get your head, get a swing and miss. Spears a better take. These leadoff hitters in this title games, they've been very disciplined. Close, but no cigar, and a full count to start the game.
That's what you want to see from your leadoff hitter. Take some pitches. Be patient up there. Let the guys behind you see what's coming.
There's a pop-up right in front of the catcher. He throws down to first. They chase that one below, so a swing and a miss, and that's out number one.
I think he called it a foul ball.
Did they call
yeah,
foul?
It is a foul ball. Okay, it was very close, and I never saw the umpire's hands, but he's going to get another opportunity. Got to be safe. Go ahead and throw down there.
I'm glad you got better eyes than I do. Another payoff pitch. This one right back to the bump. Jones underhand flip to first, and there's our first out of the 3A state title game. Jones gets the first guy out. Let's take a look at the Ashdown defensive lineup. Mason Washington, Wood Walton, and Riley Williamson left to right in the outfield. Altenbaumer, Jones, Dollarhide, and Porter there on the infield from left to right. And then Johnson's the backstop. Kyler Jones, the starting pitcher for the Winrock Automotive defensive lineup. Here's Braden Cobb.
Cobb hitting .386 on the season, 18 RBI. Postseason numbers, even better for him. He's hitting .520 in the postseason.
Coach Hudson said this guy's a legacy, Genoa Central. Tell you why in a little bit. Ground ball to second base. Dollarhide makes the play for 3. Good start for Jones, and 2 are gone.
Good job by Dollarhide, charging in, getting it on the big hop, and then he had to get the throw over pretty quickly to first base to get the speedy Cobb. Played that, executed that really well, perfectly.
A little slow grounder. 2 groundouts to begin for Kyler Jones. A nice strong throw to first base, but Kyler Jones is not out of the woods yet. Toughest hitter in the lineup, Braxton Robertson, standing in. He takes a strike on the outer half.
He's our feature player to watch for Genoa Central, hitting .437, 24 RBI, but he'll have to knock himself in to get an RBI in this at-bat. He's hitting .393 in the postseason.
That's pretty good against elite talent. When you get to the postseason, you're not playing those lower teams in your conference, some of those automatic wins, if you will. So you got to earn a .393 average. That's not half bad. Kyler Jones, though, trying to work a 1-2-3 inning, buries the curveball in the dirt. Nice take. The artificial dirt, I should say here.
Sure.
Artificial.
There's dirt in there.
Somewhere. Hitters count to Braxton Robertson. Coach calls him B-Rob. Big swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
Like that off speed, then bust him in with the fastball. He had slowed the bat down a little bit and took advantage of it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Jones to Robertson. Fouled at the dish, and he'll live to see another pitch. That's a good location. Trying to go outside, gets into reach.
But outside and low, everything's been breaking down. He's got a nice little break on his curveball right now.
Jones and Robertson. in a battle with 2 outs in the top of the first. Another 2-2. Just a little bit outside on the curveball. That's a good pitch.
Yes, it is. Pitcher's pitch.
And much as what we have seen this weekend, pitchers got to get used to the zone, wherever it is, because they've been consistent with what they call thus far.
Great job from Robertson, too, laying off of that pitch.
No kidding. 3-2's grounded to the left side, right to the shortstop. The Arkansas commit, Walt Jones, gloves and throws. And how about it? Kyler Jones faces the minimum. His Panthers coming to bat right after this.
You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people, and because it's an important part of our fabric in our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Well, we head to the bottom of the first inning. Kyler Jones on the bump, pitched and faced the minimum. 1-2-3 went the Dragons, and now the Panthers get to hit. Here's how their lineup looks. Starting things off, it'll be Cutter, Dollarhide, Walt Jones, and then Wood. Walt, that's a Wood 2-3 punch right there for the Panthers to get things going. The cleanup hitters, Alton Bomber, Mason Washington, and Tyler Porter in the middle portion. Then 7, 8, 9, it's Williamson, Mitchell, and Jones. And they're going to face a familiar face. Nicholas Wells gets the start for Genoa Central.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with the start we saw from Kyler Jones on the mound, and now they'll try to match it. But 3 straight ground ball outs. That's exactly the way you would like to draw it up. Ground out to the pitcher, ground out to the second baseman, ground out to the shortstop. 1, 2, 3, and now Ashdown tries to take the lead in the first.
First pitch to Cutter Dollarhide. Misses the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's what's at stake for both teams. Ashdown seeking their first ever state title in school history. This is their 6th appearance. They're 0 for 5 in the state title game. I tell you that statistics show me you make it that many times, you're bound to win one of them, right?
Keep knocking on the door. At some point, you're going to break down that door. But you think of Ashdown baseball, I would have never guessed they had never won a state title.
There's a ground ball up the middle from Dollarhide. Going to be a tough play. Diving stop by Spears, but he won't have a play. So defense for the Panthers in the top of the first turns into offense to begin, and that's the game's first base runner.
Yeah, Dollarhide, we saw him make a good play at second base in the top of the inning. Charges in, throws the runner out, now goes to the plate, hits a single up the middle, and that's the first base runner of the day.
It's a really good piece of hitting from Dollarhide. Gives way to Walt Jones, the 2-hole hitter. Boy, what luxury to have a guy like that hitting in the 2 spot.
And Walt Jones hitting .476 on the season, gets on base almost 60% of the time and hits a rope out in the left field. Ashdown's got a little something going.
Man, a little first pitch fastball hunting. He pipes that right on the barrel. He's loving it, lets his dugout know. Back-to-back singles for Ashdown. And boy, they're in business in the bottom of the first.
Wood Walton coming up next. He's got 16 RBI on the season. Heading to Trinity Valley, play a little baseball there in Athens, Texas. His on-base percentage is through the roof, too. Best on the team. 61% of the time, he's getting on base.
You know something else special? He didn't play baseball last year. He just won a state in track. He also plays football. He's really, really fast. Squares to bunt to begin. For a guy that didn't play baseball last year, you got him in the 3 spot. That's pretty impressive.
Tells me Trinity Valley may be getting a diamond in the rough. You know, this is a guy who played a lot of ball in his life, and all of a sudden they get him on campus and just blows up.
But the lefty-on-lefty matchup from Wells to Walton. Wells is hoping that pays off. He needs something to go his way. Gets a strike on the outer portion. I mean, how about the start from Kyler Jones? You think maybe Walt Jones is going to start? No, it's Kyler Jones. He pitches well. The offense picking him up with back-to-back singles. Still got work to do, but right now Ashdown's putting a lot of pressure on Genoa Central.
And Genoa Central's crashing in on the corners. They're still expecting a bunt. Third baseman's up, first baseman's up. That time they laid back. First baseman didn't come crashing in, so they changed up the game plan a little bit defensively.
And it's a hitter's count now for Wood Walton.
The infield shifted over to the left. Shortstop, you can see him there playing way over in the hole, right up the middle.
Trying to play that pull side and cover the runner at second base. 2-1, good take from Wood Walton. And boy, Wells is one bad pitch away from loading him up.
Good take. Another one of those 50. We've seen it already. A couple of 50-50 calls right there on the outside edge.
This weekend it's been more friendly to the hitter. Big lead 3-1. He got the green light, fouls it off, challenge fastball from Wells, and now it's full.
I wonder if they had asked him to bunt earlier in the at-bat, or if he was just showing that himself or doing it all on himself. But obviously there, took the bunt off and swinging away.
This is a big pitch early in the game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 aboard. Payoff, curveball, chopped up the middle. Dollarhide will get the out at second, trying to turn 2. They got him. Wow, had to be perfect. And the double play is king for Nicholas Wells.
Got the speedy Walton, little 4-6-3 action. Did a great job. Let's take a look at that defense after pulling that off.
There it is, Braden Cobb, Mudford, Bush, left, right in the outfield, but it's the infield that got the job done. Wallace, Robertson, Spears, and Tier. That was a great 4-6-3 turn. Nathaniel Thomas is the catcher, Nicholas Wells the pitcher, and now he's an out away, believe it or not, from getting out of the inning unscathed, but he's got to face Gunnar Altenbaumer to do it.
Gunnar Altenbaumer hitting 408 for the season. On base percentage, .525. 14 doubles, 5 home runs, got 38 RBI, leading the team. This is a huge opportunity here. 2-out hit would be big.
We've seen a lot of 2-out hits this weekend as Wells' curveball, boy, it just missed. Might have missed outside, I'm not sure. It's close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Go-ahead runs at third. Altenbaumer's got some power out of that cleanup spot. A lot of times you'll see that out of your 4 guy. 5 long balls on the season. He'd really have to get a hold of one to leave the park here at Bear Stadium. As the high looping curveball misses, now it's 3-1.
Wind not doing much right now. Flags limp out in center field. Not much of a breeze at all.
Three-one pitch, curveball, out in front, fouls it off. I've been impressed with Wells, just kind of staying composed, gives up 2 singles, gets a big double play ball, and then he's just really mixed things well to Altenbaumer.
I think that was ball 4. I think that was going to be a little low. That was a hitter's count. That wasn't his pitch. But he's got a chance here to bring a 2-out RBI.
Payoff pitch, that one misses low, went off speed on the changeup. Good take from Altenbaumer. Runners at the corners with 2 gone, and Mason Washington will stand in.
That's smart, too. You just look at the averages. Altenbaumer hitting 408. Next up is Mason Washington. Washington's hitting 269. Who would you rather face? You can be careful with Altenbaumer on a 3-1 count, and you saw it. He threw 2 breaking balls down low. Out, they were both balls, but no need to groove one to him. To just go live to fight another day with another hitter that has a worse average.
That's right. And you know what's interesting? That worse average comes into play, but Coach says this guy right here, he said of the last couple of games, he may be the hottest hitter on the team. That's a small sample size, because you're right, he's struggled all year, but here in the last 2, Coach said, man, he is really swinging. They're going to take second base, no throw down, so now a base hit to the outfield west could be big. Talk about 2-out hitting.
Washington's obviously a patient hitter. You look at his batting average and compare it to his on-base percentage.
Smokes that one foul outside third, waited on that curveball.
Hitting 269, like I said, his on-base percentage is .505. That's a huge difference. So He's getting on base a lot via walk, hit by pitch, but Washington in a big spot here for Ashdown.
Washington tore his ACL last year, didn't play very much, making the most of it here. Trying to in this season. Big swing and a miss from Nicholas Wells, challenged fastball, and Washington couldn't catch up.
Wells one pitch away from getting out of this jam.
Gonna have to protect is Washington. Nicholas Wells trying to keep the runners off the board. 1-2, got him looking, ring him up. Wells runs into trouble, but he evades the 2 base hits. Nothing doing for Ashdown. We're scoreless from Conway after 1.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
It's one Cole Porter showstopper after another in a comic look at the staging of Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew.
Starring Lisa Davidson, Freddie DeTomaso, and Quinn Kelsey, and Yannick Nézet-Séguin conducts. Don't miss Puccini's opera thriller.
One gentleman showed me his coffee mugs that he had received as a wedding present, and they were $900, so that surprised me.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine supports athletic programs and events across Arkansas. Clinics are located throughout Central and Northwest Arkansas. Learn more at uamshealth.com.
Well, back to action, top of the second. Kyler Jones out for his second inning of work. He'll face 4, 5, and 6. Cameron Bush, Riley Mudford, and the pitcher Nicholas Wells. Nathaniel Thomas bats if anyone reaches. And a big curveball swing and miss. Mixing it well is Jones. Got ahead with the first pitch fastball. Curveball swing and miss. He's got him where he wants him.
Bush hitting .289 on the season, 15 RBI. Been a little bit better in the postseason, hitting .348.
Little waste pitch. Down in the artificial turf. Why not? Here's what's at stake for Genoa Central. This is their third title appearance. They're 2 for 2. They've won both of theirs. Sharply hit ball right back through the box. Cameron Bush, a leadoff single for Genoa Central and the Dragons' first base runner of the title game.
We saw Ashdown, the bottom of the first, get their leadoff batter on. Got a little rally going. Genoa Central trying to do the same now. Get that leadoff hitter on and see what Mudford can do.
How big's that? It looks like Jones is controlling the at-bat. 0-2, gets ahead with 2 really good pitches, but Bush would not be denied. He starts things off for Genoa Central, and something to keep in mind for the Dragons. They've got 15 seniors on their team. All 9 of the starters are seniors. They've been playing together for quite some time.
How many times have you seen a team in a state championship game with all seniors in the starting lineup?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
What a senior class. Man, that's pretty special for them. You know, smaller school. They've been together a long time, and to end your high school playing days in a state championship game with all of you together, that's pretty cool.
I think Coach Hudson, he said, for us, he said, this is more about, we want to win this, absolutely, but we've only got one more game together. We've been playing together for so long. Cherish this because this is something you're going to remember for a long time, win or lose. Riley Mudford, the Dragons center fielder, gets ahead. 2 balls, no strikes, so a hitter's count. And boy, how one hit can change things a little bit. Shifts now to advantage the hitter with a hitter's count.
Yeah, you know, Jones just got to keep doing what he's doing. He got 3 ground ball outs in the first inning, another ground ball out. Could be a double play, just like we saw Genoa Central turn. So just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, that was a nice hard hit ball up the middle, but it was another ground ball that got through. So just keep doing what you're doing. One pitch changes the entire inning.
Sure does. They're really checking on Bush over at first base. The 2-0 to Mudford. Inside nearly hit him, and Here's the deal, Wes. You know this. You talked about a little bit off air. This Genoa Central team likes to run. That puts a lot of pressure.
A lot of stolen bases on this team. It's a remarkable percentage. They have stolen 76 stolen bases, 76 bases in 28 games. That's more than 2 a game. It's close to 3 a game, probably 2.5 a game, but they're successful 94% of the time.
Wow. And so if you're a pitcher, opposing pitcher, that's in the back of your mind, and maybe that played into why Kyler Jones has fallen behind with a runner aboard, having to worry about Cameron Bush over at first base. 3-1 pitch, it's low. Genoa Central, they've got the first 2 runners aboard to begin the second. Nobody out, and Nicholas Wells a chance to help himself now at the dish.
Wells hitting .259 on the season, 14 hits, 11 RBI. But once again, I keep looking at this, and it's pretty impressive. Almost every one of their hitters is hitting better in the postseason than they did in the regular season. You'd think it would be the opposite once you get in the postseason and tougher competition, better pitchers you're seeing.
Looking to bunt to begin is Wells. Bunts it foul. But the way that they played in the state tournament, Wes, a 6-0 win over Dover. They went on in the quarterfinals, 14 win over Charleston. It was their pitching, believe it or not, that was really dominant as well. And then an 18-0 win over Haskell Harmony Grove. They scored a lot of runs, and they didn't allow much offense from the opposition.
1 run in 3 games?
Pretty
Is that good?
That's pretty good.
I think most coaches will take that.
Coach Hudson said that they really are locked in on both sides of the play, offensively and defensively, on the mound. And right now they're trying to strike first. They faced a little bit of adversity in the bottom of the first, did the Dragons, but they got around it unscathed. Wells is behind 0-2 after both bunt attempts were bunted foul. Here's Chris Hudson, the head Dragon at Genoa Central, graduate of Drew Central High School. Former Pirate in his day. The AD is Wells fouls that one off and out of play. He speaks so highly of this senior class, and he's got to, right? Because he realizes I got a lot of work to do after this year.
It'd be truly a totally different team next year for Genoa Central.
You know, some of these coaches, when they make it back to a state title game, you ask, and they're like, yeah, but this is new kids. Genoa Central, it's absolutely going to be true if they make it back. The 0-2 up and away.
Yeah, it's nice to have 9 seniors right now. It won't be nice tomorrow morning to have 9 seniors because you're starting all over from scratch.
Coach Hudson said he thinks he's more excited for the kids making it a state title appearance just because of how close this senior group is and for the community. 1-2 to Wells, up and away.
Jones needs to finish him off right here. Look, he was trying to bunt the batters over and unsuccessful in 2 attempts. And you got to finish this guy off, get the first out of the inning.
Because you almost get a free 2-strike count. So now you got 1 pitch to try to get him. You don't want to flirt and nibble too much. His time is called by Nicholas Wells in the batter's box. And much like we said earlier in the bottom of the first, this at-bat right here is really crucial how this game could swing early.
He hasn't been able to land the breaking ball the last couple of pitches.
2-2 to Wells, low. Now it's full, and Wes, we saw the exact same thing in the bottom of the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out. If you remember, Genoa Central got a double play ball.
Yeah, big double play ball. He can't throw his breaking ball right now. He's not able to locate it. He's probably got to come in with a fastball, and going to be sitting on it. Wells sitting on it.
Payoff pitch. Does go fastball. Fouls it off outside. Good battle at the dish with pitcher and hitter.
I think you just got to keep going fastball. You just can't take a chance right now with the breaking ball. You don't want to walk the guy. You got to make him hit it. Got to prove that he can hit your fastball.
Senior on senior. Jones to Wells, and he got him. Strike 3 called. That's a big strikeout for Kyler Jones.
Sure, it took him a little longer than he wanted to, but he got it done. Came inside with it. Well, just couldn't pull the trigger.
He knew it too. Was looking something else. Boy, for Ashdown, had to have it in that situation. That's a big out, little bit of a relief. You're not out of the woods yet, though, if you're Jones. That's just the first out. Nathaniel Thomas, the catcher, stands in. Coach Hudson says the team, they call him the Nathanimal.
Animal.
Because he's an animal at the plate.
In 302 this season. He's got 12 RBI. Got a chance to add to it right now. Catcher can come up big for Genoa Central.
Coach said he's got a very high baseball IQ. An energy guy. Got a chance to give Genoa Central the game's first run. Base hit up the middle. They're going to wave home the runner. The throw to the plate is late. The Dragons with a base knock up the middle, and they strike first. It's 1-0.
Ashdown was playing up the middle. You know, you kept seeing them pay so much attention to Bush at second base, but the shortstop then just, you see, gets away from the middle of the infield. If he had stayed a little closer, they were playing a couple of batters later right up the middle. He hit it where they weren't. Good piece of hitting.
And for Genoa Central, the ground ball slowed things down enough to allow that runner from second to score because Walton's got a good arm. He just didn't have enough time to get it home. So an RBI for the Nathaniel Thomas, and now Hayden Tier, the first baseman for the Dragons, will step in.
Tier hitting .283 on the season. He's got 16 RBI, hitting better in the postseason, hitting at a .316 clip.
The lefty waits on the first pitch, and it catches the bottom portion of the zone. Good start to the at-bat for Kyler Jones as he gets ahead. Hayden Tier at the dish. He was pitched well, complete game. 49-pitch outing in round 2 against Charleston. 49 pitches to get the win. That's some efficiency. 0-1 in the turf, blocked nicely by the catcher Johnson. That keeps everybody at bay.
Good job by Johnson. That was a tough one, an awkward block for him. But he got his body over there, got in front of it, knocked it down.
Dragons have already scored 1 in the inning on the RBI single from Nathaniel Thomas. Swing and a miss from Tier. Good pitch from Jones, and he gets ahead.
Some good late action on that pitch.
Coach talked about Kyler Jones and about Coach O'Bannon. He said he'd been struggling with some shoulder injuries throughout the year, but ever since his rehab back, he's been lights out, facing a little bit of adversity in this game against Genoa Central, something that Jones hasn't faced in quite some time. He's had some pretty good outings, but this is a different type of offense. These two teams match up really well.
Jones came in with the 69 strikeouts, just 15 walks. That's a good ratio of strikeouts to walks.
Trying to bear down here, 2-2 to Tier. Hits it off the end of the bat, underneath the glove of the pitcher. They'll get the out at second, turn the double play. Dollar High does it himself. 4-3, the twin killing. Dragons only get 1, but they take the lead as we head to the bottom of the second.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
I must face the fact that nothing will ever come of my writing. I had opportunities, squandered them.
Let's get you inside. If you're looking for us to take her in, the answer's no.
You are about to take your vows. Do you feel ready?
Her voice catapulted her to stardom.
She seduced the world.
But for Julie Andrews, fame was overwhelming.
Who is ever prepared for something like that?
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
DVD copies of the state championship game are available from M&M Productions. More information at mnmproductions.net.
Well, let's take a look here at the head skipper for Ashdown, Coach O'Bannon. We'll get to him here in a bit. It's his first year as the head Panther, believe it or not, and he's kind of had some success getting to the state title game your first year.
Nowhere to go from here. That's a lot of pressure on the first-year coach, right?
High, Coach O'Bannon. A historic program, though, down here in Ashdown. They've had some great players over the years. Jaden Hill, played with some guys, Austin Ashley, Andy Daniels. They've got some guys from Ashdown that can ball. And we'll take a look at Coach O'Bannon here a little bit later in the inning. Tyler Porter leads things off for Ashdown. They've got to respond. Gave up a run. Could have been worse, all things considered, though, so you feel like you escaped things a little bit if you're Ashdown.
2 double plays in the game.
That's right.
Each team has turned a big double play.
3 balls, no strikes. There is one over the outer portion. Taking all the way was Porter.
Porter with a good eye. He's hitting .390 for the season, but a .505 on base percentage. So you know he'll take his walks. He does right there. Leadoff walk. Ashdown able to get the leadoff runner on both innings now.
So a free pass for Coach O'Bannon and company. And Riley Williamson will now step in for Ashdown. Williamson, the right fielder, looking to bunt to begin. Takes the bat back, and it's a ball.
Williamson, a .350 hitter. He's got 4 doubles, 16 RBI on the season. Scored 20 runs. Williamson being asked to bunt, try to get Porter over to second base. No bunt this time.
That's right. Doesn't bunt. Pops it up. Right field. Long run. Foul ground. And it lands harmlessly down the line. It's just a strike. We'll do it again.
You know, I was thinking last night, you got the Bermuda Triangle people talk about.
Yeah.
What if we nickname that area the Razorback Triangle?
Oh.
Too soon? Or can we, I mean,
let's be real. It's a real thing.
How many people are like me that just see that foul ball going down the right field? Yeah, and you're just like, oh, that's the worst play. I hate that area of a field.
Let's be real, though. That's a tough area regardless.
No doubt.
And so even looking back to that, that was not an easy catch. Neither was that one. I think that's fair to say that.
The Razorback Triangle.
Because it's not routine. And in moment, I think this is very fitting for a title game, too. A lot on the stake.
Let's quit talking about it.
Yeah, what a subject we turned into. Not it's too early in the morning.
That's my fault. I brought it up.
2 balls, 1 strike to Williamson. Low, and now Nicholas Wells facing a little bit of adversity. After walking the leadoff hitter, he's in danger of walking Williamson now.
How about Ashdown changing it up? Show bunt, swing away, show bunt. Leave Genoa Central guessing a little bit.
That kind of getting ahead, a little mind games. Taylor Mitchell, the DH, waits in the on-deck circle. Big pitch, 3-1, squares. Nice curve.
Yes, it is. I feel like sometimes when that batter shows bunt, it gets in the pitcher's mind a little bit. You know, it's just a different look for the pitcher. And, you know, every time he's went to show bunt, I think he's gotten a ball called. And so why not try it again? Yeah. Pulled it back the last second. I think he pulled it back because he was full. That was a very good pitch.
It's a good pitch on 3-1, even if you're not bunting. Payoff pitch, sliced foul, good battle at the dish. Nice job from Williamson to fight it off.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Good pitcher's pitch. Fouled off a good one. I'm sure Wells has gotten a lot of strikeouts that's on the season on that pitch right there.
I guarantee you he has. He's got good numbers. Another payoff pitch got away from him. Back-to-back walks. Ashdown replicating what they had in the bottom of the first. First and second, nobody out for the Panthers.
Taylor Mitchell.
Well, and it's something Wells can tell himself too, though. Hey, I was here, made one good pitch, got the double play. We can do that again. Just make a good pitch. No need to panic. Taylor Mitchell up now for Ashdown.
designated hitter, out of that 8 spot. Not a lot of times you see a DH hitting that low. Gets the bunt down right side. That's going to do a job. They'll cover first, but man, great job of executing. Taylor Mitchell sacrifices both runners over. And now Ashdown get a chance to drive in at least one here. We take a look at Coach O'Bannon in his first year as the head skipper for the Panthers. Originally from Redwater, Texas, he coached at New Boston, coached at Paul Pewitt, Henderson 2 years, played at East Texas Baptist University. This is his first coaching job in Arkansas, and man, he is doing wonders.
If he bunts here, get this run home.
He is indeed trying to bunt. Little safety squeeze, bunts it foul. Unsuccessful for Kyler Jones, the pitcher, trying to help himself out.
Showed it once. Will he do it again? Didn't like the look of that. That made me make him a little nervous to try it again.
Yeah.
But look, he's seen him all year. He may know he can get this down. Seeing his confidence level.
Does he elect to bunt again? Does not, at least for that pitch. Takes it up and in. Because we've seen Ashdown show bunt, pull back hold, and then show bunt again later in the at-bat.
Makes it tough on that first baseman and third baseman. They come charging in. All of a sudden, he's not bunting, and they put on the brakes.
See Kyler Jones signaling, "Hey, hurry, get me the sign." I'm not understanding. Now he's back in. Big at bat early in the game. Wells down low. Nice stop by the catcher. Thomas keeps it in front.
Time the first baseman and third baseman didn't move. Now they're playing in. They're playing, you know, almost to the grass, but they didn't come charging in. They stayed put.
Genoa Central got a run in the top of the second. Ashdown trying to get at least one back. It'll be 3-1 though to Kyler Jones, and the top of the lineup is looming in the on-deck circle with Cutter Dollarhide.
He's a pitch away from walking the bases full.
Yeah.
He had a walk in the first inning also, so already 3 walks for Wells.
You know, Coach Hudson talked about his starting pitcher, Nicholas Wells. Wells has been their one guy all year long. Hadn't faced a lot of adversity. After the semifinal game, they knew they were playing the championship. He asked Coach after the game, he said, who's going in the championship game? He said, I hadn't decided yet. Came into the school later on and asked him, hey, Coach, who you playing? He said, I hadn't decided yet. Day before the game, he asked him again. He said, Coach, who you playing? He said, I hadn't decided yet. He said, Coach, I'm starting. It's my ball. And here he is.
I like that.
But he's facing a little bit of adversity. How does he respond? 3-1, ball 4. Bases are juiced for Ashdown, and there's no place to put Cutter Dollarhide.
Back to the top of the lineup, and remember, Dollarhide led the game off with the single. He's 1 for 1, feeling good at the plate. He's been able to see Wells already.
Going to have a courtesy runner over at first base.
Courtesy runner for the Panthers,
Looks
number
like
14, Tatum Mitchell.
We're going to go get Mitchell out of the game.
Now
And Tatum Mitchell,
down, number 4,
the sophomore, will come in for the older Taylor Mitchell. I say that, they're both sophomores. There's Cutter Dollarhide. You look at 1 and 2. That's the only 2 hits of the game for Ashdown. It was 1 and 2, Dollarhide and Jones. And so Coach Hudson wants to have a word with his starting pitcher.
He's having several words, emphatic words. Good little tongue lashing. There you go. You let him hear what you want to say and give him a little pat on the chest. Let's go.
That's where you know your player, right? You know how to get them in a groove. We'll see if it pays off. Ashdown's got the right guys coming up. The Arkansas commit and Walt Jones in the on-deck circle. Wells would love a double play ball here against Cutter Dollarhide.
What do you think about it? With everything that's gone wrong, 1 pitch, you're out of the inning, no run score.
No kidding. First pitch, fouled away. He came in there, did Wells. I think that's part of the conversation with Jones. Hey, you're nibbling too much on some of these guys. You got good stuff. Trust your stuff.
And Dollarhide, you know, he's thinking, he's just walked 3 guys. He wants to throw a strike. He wants to get ahead of me. I'm got to be ready to go. And sure enough, he was.
It's a great mindset from both pitcher and hitter. 0-1 to Dollarhide. Down and in on the bender. A little bit of drama early in the 3A state title game. Glad you're with us. JB Brazil alongside Wes Moore. First game of the day. Down and in again. Control problems continue for Nicholas Wells, and it's a hitter's count to Dollarhide. That's problematic because now you kind of come into the zone, and Dollarhide knows it. Got to be very careful.
Look for your pitch. Look for something up.
Good pitch from Nicholas Wells. That's a pitcher's pitch.
That is a pitcher's pitch. You don't want to swing at that. He hits that, you know what? It's probably a double play ball.
That's right.
Unless
to the
he
right
finds,
side, likely.
If he finds a hole, he just beats it into the turf. Wait for your pitch.
2 strikes. Dollarhide battling off the end of the bat to second. Could be 2. They get the second for 1 to first. They didn't get him. How about the effort from Dollarhide? He dives to reach at first base. The fielder's choice RBI, and we're tied at 1.
Genoa Central able to turn 1 double play to get out of a jam. This one just hit a little too soft. Tried to get him, but the speed. You see him diving in there, and Dollarhide. Yeah, he beats the throw.
You think that's some effort right there?
That's some effort, but I don't like the effort. Just sliding into first base, jamming that shoulder, hurting a wrist. No, I thought he was holding his arm. He was moving his little sheet on his arm, but hey, good hustle, good job. Whatever it takes to win a state championship game, right?
I tell you, SIU Tech's getting a good one in Dollarhide over at first base. You're right. Leave it all on the line. Nicholas Wells is still not out of the woods yet. His ball's in the turf, and swiping second base will be Dollarhide. So now, still pressure applied. Walt Jones, a base hit to the outfield, likely scores 2.
I'd be careful here. Just tempted. Yeah, I hate to load the bases, but you got such a good hitter up with Walt Jones. Now first base is open.
He hits the ball hard. That's the other part of it too. Down and in. And now you've fallen behind 2-0. You can't groove anything because you might not get it back.
Well, and Walt's got to know too. First base is open. They may be pitching around me here.
Sure.
Don't hit a pitcher's pitch and make an easy out.
That's a great pitch. High looping curve.
He must have been looking for something else.
I tell you, his off speed, it's got a lot of high and then break on it. Got to make sure you don't hang it if you're Wells. 2-1 curveball. A little bit of a different angle that time. Fouled away, and it's 2-2. I like the fight from Wells. He was not going to come in there to 2-0 and give Walt Jones first base. He's coming right at him now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the second. Curveball, chop left side. Gonna be a tough play for the shortstop. Long throw, wow! Robertson gets the out at first, and we're still tied. Heading into the top of the third, defense on display for the Dragons.
Look at this throw. Deep into the hole. Backhand, throws across the field, got him.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Hi, I'm Steve Weldon, inviting you to join me for a fun-filled 3-day hike in one of the most scenic national parks in America.
Now I'm going further, following a route inspired by the Pan American Highway, a system of roads connecting the Americas.
Each week we travel the country north to south, east to west, exploring some of the most exciting gardens.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Well, top of the third is upon us. Genoa Central got really big stops defensively. Robertson throwing out the speedy Walt Jones. Both teams getting stops when they need it. Both of those innings previous could have been disastrous, and pitching's able to hold them to 1 run.
Surprised Robertson's not leading off the inning. Usually you see that, you know. Great defensive play, and who's up next? Robertson. He will hit 4th, so he's got a chance to make a big impact, get some runners on base.
It'll be Brody Helms, his first at bat of the game, the DH batting in the 9 spot. Got some trivia coming for you here a little bit later after this at bat. So get your thinking caps on.
Helms, a .239 hitter during the regular season. In the postseason, he's hitting .444. How about lifting your average up in the postseason? .239 to .444.
Talk about really stepping up big time when you need to. Smokes this down the right field line, foul out of the 9 spot. He put a charge into that opposite field. What a luxury to have seniors 1 through 9 out there.
All of a sudden, take a look at the flag out there. We got the wind picking up a little bit, blowing in and to the left, towards left field. And then it quit.
It heard you talking about it. Oh, glory.
That flag was going straight out just a second ago, and we take a shot, and it's not even moving. I'm not lying to y'all, I promise.
It's been that kind of weekend, right? Just weather's been interesting. It hasn't been bad weather, just been interesting.
Guess you describe it as gusty today.
Yeah, yeah.
At times it's blowing, at other times not so much.
Gusty with a little bit of personality. Didn't want to prove you right, Wes. There's a line drive into left center field. Base hit out of the 9 spot for Brody Helms. Doing a job to flip things over for the top of the lineup.
Another leadoff hitter on. We've seen it every half inning except the top of the first for Genoa Central. Since then, every leadoff hitter.
The second baseman, number 5, Will Spears.
So let's take a look here at our trivia question. Who has reached the state baseball championship game the most without ever winning a title?
It's not Ashdown, right? I mean, we were talking about it earlier. As much success Ashdown's had over the years, this is their 6th appearance and no titles.
That's a good question. That's probably who I would say.
I mean, they got to be up there, but there may be somebody else that's, hate to say use the word snake bitten, but you get there that many times, somebody's been at even more than Ashdown without winning. That's tough.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking. You get that far. So that tells you right now Ashdown wants this one really, really bad. And there's a reason for that. We'll talk about it here in a little bit.
Spears hitting .333 on the season. Even better in the postseason, a .367 hitter. Trying to get another runner on base.
Spears is a good leadoff hitter. He worked the count a ton against Jones before grounding out. It's a curveball grounded to the left side. Third baseman gobbles that up. His only plays it first, though, because Helms got a great jump. He'll move to second base, so it works almost like a sacrifice.
He's actually looking down on the pitch. I don't know. He must have been running. He must have. They had some action going on, because he was already at second base or sliding into second base when the third baseman looked over there and really made the smart play, and no panic from Altenbaum, and threw it over to first. So Spears gets the job done, moves the runner over into scoring position.
Now Braden Cobb stands in against Kyler Jones, and a little bit of small ball. Wasn't necessarily maybe what they were trying to do. They hoped for it, sure. You get 2 chances now if you're Ashdown, or excuse me, Genoa Central, to drive in that run.
Cobb grounded out to the second baseman. A little weak ground ball to second.
Braxton Robertson waits in the on-deck circle. You talked about it. He might get a chance to bat in this inning. Barring a double play ball, he will. And it would have to be a very unorthodox double play for him not to come up to bat in this inning. Curveball to Cobb, opposite field, caught by the first baseman. They nearly turned that double play we were talking about. Safe diving back was Helms, but man, what a play.
Going opposite field, right to the first baseman, though. Quick throw. What heads up play by Helms. And scampering back quickly.
Umpiring crew, too. He ducked down to get out of the way, knew where it was going. He got a high baseball IQ and then stayed right on the play to call the safe.
They'll bring up Robertson. Flashing the glove and the arm in the first inning, or the last inning. His first time at bat, he hit it to the shortstop, a little 6-3 ground ball. That was our only clean inning of the game.
Now we're going to have a conversation. Johnson going to go out and talk to Kyler Jones. I think this is one of those deals. I mean, hey, you got Bush on deck who's already had a single. You don't have to give in to Robertson necessarily, but you certainly don't want to groove anything.
Nope, let's be smart.
Robertson waits. Curveball, fooled in, went around, strike one.
Robertson, they're one of their best hitters, best average, but Robertson leads the team in home runs, doubles, second in singles, second in RBI. So, yeah, you want to be careful with him.
Well, that one gets away from Kyler Jones. Too tall and up and in. Had to duck out of the way, did Robertson. One ball, one strike to Braxton Robertson. Coach calls him B-Rob. B-Rob trying to come through. The high curveball stays up, and now it's a hitter's count.
Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Pretty good depth. They're back for him. They know he's got a little power. He's playing a little deeper than what I've seen in other hitters.
That's a good pitch.
It's a very good pitch. That's exactly where you want it, low and away from him.
We've seen hitters and pitchers battling all game. Defense has been great for both teams.
Yeah, well-played game, intense
really
game with all the base runners we've had. One big hit can break things open, but the pitchers have stepped up in key moments.
Robertson trying to come through for Genoa Central. Jones trying to come through for Ashdown. He doesn't get the swing and miss, but that was good stuff.
I think we're going to have a little conference here. Catcher had his bid up high. I think he was wanting a high fastball. They were trying to go up top and get him swinging on the high fastball. And he threw a breaking ball, and it was down low, and the catcher looked out to him like, what was that? What was that? So went out, and let's talk about it right here. Make sure we're on the same page.
There's a look at the hat, number 24 for Ashdown. They had a player, C.J. Harris, passed away back in 2021. He would be a senior, part of the senior class. They want to play for him, and for Ashdown, they have 23 wins. If they win today, it would be their first ever state title. It would be their 24th win. Robertson draws the walk. He's aboard. But that would be a very cool story for Ashdown. You might think for some, honoring C.J. Harris, that'd be really special.
24, a special number. And we just saw 24 walk on that.
That's right, Robertson.
I mean, 24 wins, you can't write that, right?
Very poetic.
You win the state championship, and it's win number 24, and you're all wearing number 24 in honor of a classmate that's passed away.
Bush lines that to left field, but it hangs up. Washington is there. And once again, it's the pitcher, Jones, working out of trouble. We're still tied 1-1 from Conway.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
I overheard you say, nobody knows what this is, and I shouted out, I do.
For a collector like myself, this is like heaven.
Here we go. I'm home.
The party is just getting started.
They're so romantic. Oh.
I don't have to tell you, it's been a thrilling trip so far.
Seeing those stars perform gave a little glimpse of that home that was waiting for you upon your return.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Well, earlier today, we asked you who's reached the state baseball championship game the most times without ever winning a title. And for the first time this weekend, and maybe for the first time ever, I was right. It is Ashdown. Ashdown is playing in their 6th title game today. 0 for 5 so far.
Man, that's some tough sledding. And then they're playing a team who's made it twice and won both times. They're 100%. Yeah, over 0%. Wood Walton's at the dish, fouls at the plate, so it's now no balls, 2 strikes. Nicholas Wells in a groove. We've seen pitching really do a nice job, for the most part, getting into a little bit of trouble, but they've made the plays that they've needed to. Defense has shown up big. This has really been a very well-played game early.
Wood Walton up for the 2nd time. Grounded into that 4-6-3 double play in the 1st inning. That was a huge play for Genoa Central. Woods hitting .475 on the season. 5 doubles, 3 triples. A little flare out in the left field, finds a gap or finds a hole. Another leadoff hitter to start the inning. How about that? That is now, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive half innings.
And 3 now straight for Ashdown. So Walton doing a job. It's a nice job of going with the pitch, not trying to do too much. Gets aboard, and he's got speed. Told you he was one state in track this year. So he can fly. And Gunnar Altenbomber walked his first time up. He's got legit power. They got to check on Walton over at first.
Got in pretty easily, not a huge lead. That's why I was so surprised when they were able to turn that double play on him earlier because of his speed.
That's right.
It just shows me how finely executed that was to turn that double play.
So we got the double play there of him. And then earlier, Robertson gets Walt Jones on a big play. Deep in the hole at short. There's been good defense. Time's called. A little bit of a warning there. Wants to tell the pitcher. You saw he made the motion almost like a football, reference where you catch the ball and come set. It's our home plate umpire for today's contest. Zach Evans behind the dish. Whoa, where are we going? Runner's on. That runner stole, and it moved the camera. Did you see that?
Tell you what, he did not have a big jump or a big lead, and it wasn't a great jump, but he was able to get in there quickly just using his natural speed to steal that base. See, not a big lead.
But speed gets the job done. He can fly. So a stolen base, and now if you're Ashdown, you got 3 chances to drive in the run. Altenbomber, Wells slips, and what a play behind the dish. Diving stop from Thomas to keep the runner from heading to third.
Yeah. Walton was, you can see he was ready to go. He took some steps. Nice play, saved his pitcher Wells from having a runner on third with nobody outs.
And how big are these plays? I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it goes unnoticed. If that ball gets away, runner at third, nobody out, it could be a very big difference in what happens later in this inning.
The umpire was quick to go out to the mound that time. He was like, guys, we've had enough conversations. We got to play some ball. It is, 3rd inning, bottom of the 3rd, and this game's an hour old.
Got to pick off and check on Wood Walton over at second base. With his speed, Wes, you got to imagine a base hit to the outfield, good chance to score him.
Checking out in the Genoa Central bullpen. I don't see anybody warming up.
No, I don't either. It's Wells' game right now. Unless there's someone on the field they would go to. 2-1 curveball, chop left side. Third baseman waits on a big hop. Walton has to stay put. And Wells gets the first out here without getting the runner moved up.
Let that third baseman check the runner at second. Half second too long for me. That was a close play at first. He got the job done.
It's a nice job from Wallace. Gray Wallace in defensively. Pump fake and then gets over.
Love seeing Altenbomber take it the other way, get the ground ball over to the right side, move that runner over to third.
Here's Mason Washington now. He struck out looking to end the first inning. Chops this to the left side, right to the third baseman. Walton safe. He was off and running with contact. Does a job. Runners at the corners for the Panthers, and they're in business.
Love to know from the Ashdown coaches. Was that called? Did he do that on his own? Did they do a little hit and run? But it worked out perfect.
The first baseman, number 3, Tyler Porter.
Wow, that's really high IQ, knowing your speed. And Coach O'Bannon said for a lot of his guys, he trusts them in situations to know what to do. And Wood Walton, big play of the championship game. Now stepping in is Tyler Porter, the Ashdown first baseman who walked his first time up. Looking to bunt, safety squeeze. Gonna be a tough play. They'll go home, not gonna get him. RBI for Tyler Porter. He bunts, and Ashdown's got the lead.
Got to have better communication there. Catcher's got to let the pitcher know, go to first, go to first. They didn't have a chance to get the runner. The speedy Walton was well there. Here's a good look at the replay. Right now, go to first. Oh, he was pointing to first. Maybe he couldn't hear him, but the catcher's pointing to first, telling him to go to first. No chance to get the runner.
And let's be real, that was a great bunt. Well placed, right side to the lefty. He's got to come across his body to even have a play at first. Looking to bunt again. Back-to-back bunt attempts. Pitcher off the bump, throw to first low. What a scoop by Tier at first. If that gets away, at least one more run comes in. Nice job. Pressure applied, though. Ashdown's got second and third now with 2 outs, and they've already got a run home in the inning.
Great job. That's the second baseman over there. He has to go over and cover. And what a tough scoop there. That bounce was an awkward bounce. Puts his glove out. Big-time defensive play. That could have been a costly mistake.
First pitch to Taylor Mitchell. Pops it up. Center field, who wants it? Mudford's there, calls everybody off, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But Ashdown, they got their first lead of the day. A safety squeeze does the job, and they lead it 2-1 after 3.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
When 3 actors vie for a role,
the next Agent Jonas Best.
One of them dies.
This was cold-blooded murder.
Ah, the peaceful villages of midsummer, host to lovely parties, friendly neighbors, and...
She's been murdered.
Arnie Langston is your ex-husband?
Yes.
I'm afraid he's been found dead at the rugby grounds.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at UAMShealth.com.
Congratulations to Hank Ramsey. He is our Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. He's from Greenland, the pitcher and left fielder. Senior has a 3.9 GPA and plans to attend college and major in general studies. Hank Ramsey, our Arkansas PBS Student All-Star.
Well, congrats to that young man. We'll move on here in the top of the 4th inning. It's 2-1 Ashdown. Little small ball, as you mentioned, Wes, gets the job done. Kyler Jones pitching now with the lead.
I got to wonder when we see Walt. We got to be getting close to that point. He's thrown 3 innings, and when you want to make that move and bring Walt in to finish the game.
Well, Coach talked about it. He said, hey, the later the better, because we feel like if he comes in earlier, that means Kyler Jones ran into a little bit of trouble. Mudford takes the 1-0 pitch. At the knees for a strike. He walked his first time up, did the Dragons center fielder.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to run him out of the game. Sure. I'm just thinking he's giving you 3.
I mean, he's been good, right? Good enough. Doing what you need him to do.
He's held him to 1 run.
Yeah.
You know, but look, he's had to make some pitches too.
He has.
You know,
he has.
He's had base runners on every inning but the first.
Both of these pitchers today, the starters, have flirted with some trouble. They've been able to limit it for the most part. Because you look at the score, 2-1, Wes, there was one big swing or 2 away for both teams that could make it a little lopsided.
And Kyler's given up 3 hits, 2 walks, so that's 5 base runners in really 2 innings. So in the first inning, it was 1, 2, 3. So he's faced some trouble the last 2 innings, but off to a good start here.
Struck him out looking. Mudford could not take the bat off his shoulders as he is rung up. Let's take a look at our umpiring crew. Congratulations to these 3 young men. I say young men, probably older than I am. Zach Evans behind the dish, Elias Hewitt, Bryant Bowerman over at third base.
Got him, hit him.
Came too far inside, so Nicholas Wells reaches for the first time, a hit by pitch. We've seen how walks hit by pitches can really change things a little bit, pressure applied. Nathaniel Thomas, who singled and drove in the only run of the game for Genoa Central, now due up.
You got Wells looking the first time. That time Wells, that ball came in, he didn't move. He's like, I'm going to take my free base.
I'm getting on.
They run for him, get him out, let the pitcher rest a little bit, go back into the dugout and prepare for the next half inning. I'll bring up Nathaniel Thomas. Nathaniel?
Nathaniel's got the only RBI for Genoa Central. And he smokes this one. Right center field, base hit for Genoa Central. Uh-oh, the hit by pitch leads to a single, and the Dragons got 2 aboard in the top of the 4th.
How about the Nathaniel striking again, 2 for 2?
Nathaniel came to play. Talk about big moments, man. 2 for 2 day in the state championship game. That's rising to the occasion.
Bring up Hayden Tier. Tier grounded into a double play in the first first time at bat there in the second inning. Hit it to the second baseman. Second baseman stepped on second base and threw it over to first.
So maybe looking for some redemption here is Tier. A base hit to the outfield, might score a run, but he was fooled badly on the bender from Kyler Jones, and he gets ahead 0-1.
Yeah, he was looking for a little redemption there, a little amped up. Swung at a low breaking ball pitch, bad pitch.
First and second for Genoa Central. Went back to the same stuff, did Jones, but this time Tier learned his lesson.
Yeah, got to go back to it. If he's going to swing at it once, throw it again.
Brody Helms waiting in the on-deck circle. He singled to begin the 3rd inning for Genoa Central. He's hoping to have a crack in this inning. 1-1 to Tier. Hit sharply right back to the pitcher. Got a chance to turn 2. Walt Jones. Oh, my. He got the out at second. I don't know how. A little Houdini at short to at least get one out. That's big.
Yeah, could be a big mistake too. You got a slow runner. You can take your time. No need to rush. And just sailed the throw. What a play though. Wow, just athletic play. A, to catch it, then to B, to just dive over, get the tag, and get at least one out. You just make an easy toss to your shortstop. He's going to turn 2. It's going to be an easy double play. It really should have been an easy double play.
But once Jones threw it awry, there's a chance that bases are loaded, or worse, it gets into center field and the tying run comes in to score. So all things considered, probably not the best result for either team, because Genoa Central's thinking that could have been a double play. Ashdown thinking, oh, that could have been an error into the outfield. As it stands, there's runners at the corners with 2 outs in the top of the 4th, and Brody Helms, the DH, already singled today, takes the 2-seamer, high strike at the letters. We have seen runners all over the base paths, but still we haven't seen too many of the big hits just yet.
Helms hitting .239 for the season, but in the postseason, .444. We talked about that the first time up. He's swinging a hot bat. Good contact there, just pulled it a little foul. Just a little in front of it.
Well, that's really some good stuff. Hitting above 400 in the postseason. Let's be real, Wes. It doesn't matter what your average is in the regular season. Sure, it's nice in terms of, recruitment and all that stuff, but in terms of getting here, it's what you do in the postseason, and Genoa Central's been very hot offensively.
See the catcher again. He was on that high fastball, had that glove up high, and that time there was no miscommunication. He threw it where he was asking. Just couldn't get Helms to bite on it. That's when you know you're in the groove. You know, that high fastball is hard to lay off of.
It is. Eyes get big. You think you can get a hold of it. Too late. 1-2 to Helms. Popped him up. Should end the inning. Left field. Washington's over. So is Walton. It'll be the center fielder coming over in the gap to make the catch. Genoa Central threatens, but to no avail. It's still the Panthers up by a run from Conway.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
When you see how vulnerable and helpless they are, you wonder how any of them make it.
It's okay, you're safe.
After achieving a remotely controlled pileup.
Everybody is safe. We will now investigate.
What can be learned from the chaos?
Oh my God.
1 out of every 4 animals is a beetle. Insects with armor.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
Arkansas PBS Sports is supported by Wendy's. One of the menu choices is the salted caramel frosty. It may be available at different locations. Back to the Ashdown lineup, and I was so impressed with Kyler Jones, who's now at the plate.
Yeah.
You know, look, he could have got the double play, made the errant throw to second base, shook it off. You know what? That's second out. Nobody scored. Everything's fine. We can still get out of this inning without them scoring. Does a good job of keeping his head. I was impressed.
Smokes this to the third baseman, though. Wallace with a nice glove, and he throws across the diamond. Long throw to get the out. So a 5-3 put out to begin against Jones. And continuing on that thought, he realized, I got the 9-0 hitter Helms too. Gets ahead, attacks. Look at that defensive from Wallace. Long throw to get the first out of the inning. But the lineup flips over now. Cutter Dollarhide due up with Walt Jones in the on-deck circle.
You know, I thought Kyler did a good job too. You know, gets the 0-2 count, shows the high fastball, then he follows that up with that high breaking ball, gets the batter a little bit out in front of it, slows the bat down, pops it up, gets out of the inning.
Both of these pitchers have been really nice job fooling the hitters, and fooled that time was Dollarhide. Easy 3 unassisted put out, 2 are gone. And that's the name of the game as a pitcher. You don't always have to have the velo, but both of these pitchers know how to pitch. They've been calm. They haven't given too many free passes away.
You know, and I failed to mention when Kyler Jones grounded out to third, that's the first time they got the first batter out. Genoa Central had allowed the Ashdown leadoff hitter in every half inning to get on base. That was the first time, and we may have the first 1-2-3 inning for Ashdown. And first 2 guys are out.
Walt Jones wants to have something to say about that, though. He said, all right, I grounded out last time, but he barrels it up. That's something about Jones. If you're going to get him, likely going to have to get him at him ball.
Yeah, he singled in his first at bat and looked like he had another single. Hit it in the shortstop third base hole, but the shortstop for Genoa Central, Braxton Robertson, did a great job going into the hole. Deep throw, a lot on the throw, able to get him at first. That was one of the better plays we've seen.
Well, at the time, it would have given Ashdown a run, but instead it ended the inning on a bang-bang play deep in the hole at short. Both of these teams leaving it all on the line. It's 0-2.
A little short-on-short crime.
It sure was. Wells trying to get Walt Jones. Goes curveball outer half, but a nice job to spoil it by Walt Jones.
Got him out there leaning. If he busts him inside
That's
right now.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You bust him inside. The only problem is Walt Jones does have quick hands. So if you're going to do it, you got to make sure maybe you leave it up and in. See what he elects to do. Base is empty, 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. He goes Bender down and away, trying to get the swing and miss stuff, but Jones has got a good eye.
Yeah, that's a good thought. He chased the outside pitch, got him to flick it away to right field. Let's see if he'll go a little further.
Nicholas Wells going to work his first 1-2-3 inning, down and in.
Came inside that time, just a little too far low.
Panthers trying to start a little two-out rally. But Nicholas Wells wants to face the minimum. Battle at the dish. Jones, swing and a miss. Got him swinging on the curveball. That's a big out. And Genoa Central gets a 1-2-3. We've played 4 from Conway. To the top of the 5th we go in the 3A state title game.
Winrock Automotive supports Arkansas athletes as a sponsor of the Arkansas PBS Sports broadcast of the high school state championship games. With 7 dealerships across the state serving Little Rock, Conway, and Jonesboro, Winrock Automotive is community-focused and provides vehicle sales and service across Arkansas. We're honored to be a part of these unforgettable moments celebrating Arkansas student athletes. Winrock Automotive, connecting communities through service and support.
It has been a great morning in Conway, Arkansas. Took a look back at how things got rolling. The first inning, it was defense. Double play from Genoa Central. They got the speedy Walton. Go a little bit further. Second inning. How about the Dragons responding? Nathaniel, base hit up the middle. That got home run. The first run of the game made it 1-0, but Ashdown said, you can get one. All right, we'll get one back. Ground ball up the middle. Defense on display. They couldn't get the double play because of the effort diving at first. That tied things up. And then a little bit of small ball. Safety squeeze. Worked to perfection. 2-1 the lead. Panthers had runners aboard, but were unable to capitalize further. They got the lead here, though, in the top of the 5th, trying to hang on. Kyler Jones working his 5th inning as Will Spears steps in for the Dragons. 1 for 2 today, and he chops this one up the middle. Walt Jones behind the bag. Can of corn. Nice play to throw him out, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Braden Cobb.
Did a nice job coming across. Walt Jones, the Arkansas commit. And now stepping in is Braden Cobb. Braxton Robertson, the shortstop, waiting in the on-deck circle. He was our featured player. We'll have a story on him coming up here in just a moment. Cobb first pitch, laced his short. Jones waits on a big hop, throw to first, and they got him. 6-3 put out quickly. 2 are gone for Kyler Jones. One hop shot to Jones, made a really nice play, threw across the diamond. Boy, it was bang, bang over at first, and they got him by a half step. That's a great look by our camera crew. Well, here's Braxton Robertson. If you take a look at his necklace for Robertson, we'll show you that here in a moment. You see it was also in the beginning. That's a picture of his grandmother and his father. His father, Quincy, passed away a year ago, and so is not here for his senior season. Coach said about Braxton that naturally his father was his biggest supporter. He was always the first one of the game, videotaping, the loudest supporter. It's been tough for Robertson. He wants to win it for his father because he knows his father's looking down and so proud of him right now.
All right, he's played a well of a game. I know his father is proud right now. Great play, shortstop earlier in the game. Walked his last time at the bat.
I know he wants to make his grandmother proud as well. That one's up and in, so he wears it. He's reached base twice now. Jones trying to work a 1-2-3 inning, but that won't happen. Cameron Bush, the cleanup hitter, will now get a chance. But man, what stories we've had today, right? A lot of emotions for both of these teams.
The Ashdown 24 for their fallen teammate, looking for their 24th win. No. That's why these guys are laying it out on the line. You wouldn't expect anything else but a close game, a 2-1 game in the 5th.
So now Cameron Bush, who singled back in the 2nd, flew out last time. Trying to keep a little thing rolling here, 2-out rally. For Genoa Central, getting a little later.
Bush had a leadoff single in the 2nd. Flew out to left. You know, actually hit that ball good to left field.
He did.
That was a with runner on. Couple runners on. Had runners on 1st and 2nd. Just hung in the air a little bit, and left fielder was able to make the catch. So he's been aggressive and put the ball on the bat, or bat on the ball.
I'd love to say that the wind knocked that ball down in that inning, but it's been so off and on you could never tell.
No, I think he just got a little unfortunate and hit it right at the left fielder.
And they got good range out there in left Washington, the whole outfield, Walton and Williamson. It's 2 balls, no strikes, though, now to Cameron Bush. High fastball, now it's 3-0, so looked like he was going to work a quick inning, got 2 ground outs to short, Spears and Cobb. But then, a couple pitches later, a hit by pitch to Robertson, and now he's 1 pitch away from walking Cameron Bush. And he'll do it. Down low, 4-pitch walk.
How about the patience from Bush? I mean, we've seen he had a first time at bat, good single. 2nd time, hit the ball really hard. He's seeing it, he's feeling it, and he was so patient in that at bat.
That's a good at bat from Bush, not to help things out at all. And now with 2 aboard, Riley Mudford, he walked and struck out 0 for 1 officially in the game.
Fooled him in his last at bat, got him looking.
And the first pitch is a little too tall. You got to be thinking, Wes, Jones has pitched well, don't get me wrong, but you still got your dude, Walt Jones, over at short at your disposal.
Over 80 pitches now in the game.
Genoa Central just looking for that big hit. They got one from Nathaniel Thomas earlier. Swing and a miss that time. Inside pitch from Jones, and he gets the swing and miss.
Yeah, I can't imagine Nathaniel Thomas seeing Kyler again. He's a couple batters away. And I mean, honestly, this could be his last batter.
Yeah, very well could be. Little chopper to the left side. Going to be a tough play. Third baseman, Altenbomber. Low throw, the scoop from Porter. And once again, Kyler Jones works into some trouble, but he gets out unscathed. We've got a good one in the 3A state championship. Panthers lead it 2-1 over the Dragons.
Austin City Limits celebrates 50 years.
Funk is something that takes you over.
A history that goes back to the spiritual.
Liza Minnelli. Being born into Hollywood royalty, Judy Garland and Vincent Minnelli, doesn't make you a superstar.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Big thanks to Legion Scaffolding. Scaffolding is supporting our broadcast, and it's brought to you by Legion Scaffolding. For more information, visit legionscaffolding.com. Took care of all of our camera operators. They're doing a fantastic job.
All weekend long so far.
I'm happy for them. The weather's been awesome.
You don't have to deal with the sun as much. Cooler weather today.
Yeah, it's not often. It's baseball and softball state title games that you have 60-degree weather.
Oh, first pitch swinging Wood. Walton busts that one through the 4-hole. A hanging curveball. He was sitting on it and smokes it.
Ashdown wasn't able to get the leadoff runner on in the last half inning, but once again, leadoff runner on again. That's 4 out of 5 innings.
There's no way this guy didn't play baseball last year. My goodness, 2 for 3 day. And that's not an easy pitch to hit, Wes. A curveball, and he crushed it. Now brings in Gunnar Altenbomber. He's 0 for 1 today. A ground out and a walk, and he swings and misses at the first pitch.
Altenbomber, a .408 hitter. Gets on base more than half the time, 52%. He's got 14 doubles, 5 home runs, 38 RBI. Ashdown looking to add to their lead, get some insurance runs.
We've had another great game in the Baseball State Championship. Boy, out in front of that one was Altenbomber, but he squared it up. Plenty foul.
Came inside, and he took that low inside ball and tried to golf it out to left field, just a hair in front.
I believe the Golf State Championships have already been completed, right?
Yeah.
I think.
We'll stay out of it. I think so. I think it's in the fall. Yeah, it's in the fall.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, so 0-2, down and away for Altenbomber.
Got second easily.
That's a great jump from Walton.
Yeah.
Swiping that bag.
Made a good jump, saw the ball down low, and took off immediately.
That IQ, that's tough to do against the lefty.
He gave a little hesitation. That's what got me. He took a couple steps, kind of paused, and kept on going.
So now, 3 chances to drive him in. Ground ball to third. They'll hold the runner at second. Now Walton's trying to move to third base. He will. Heads up, base running. It works like a sacrifice. Runner at third now with 1 out. Altenbomber doing a job, all thanks to Walton.
Well, you would say they pulled the first baseman off the bag.
Oh, wow. Sure enough.
He had to come off the bag.
Hard to see on that angle. Regardless, it works out even better. So now you got 2-1, nobody out.
Well, and you just see the speed of Walton. As soon as that third baseman let it go, he was gone.
So here's Mason Washington.
That has to be an error. Yep, and they're going to give the third baseman an error on the throw. That's our first error of the game.
Wow.
Defense has been so well. You think about some of the scoop throws we've seen at first base. A couple of big-time plays by the first baseman. One time it was second baseman covering first.
Washington's 0 for 2. First pitch, curveball, leaping catch at second. They're going to double him off at first. You got to be kidding me. What a play for Genoa Central. They needed that badly.
Another great defensive play. What a pick-me-up. Here's a great look at it. Second baseman able to make the catch. I think he was trying to steal. I think he was off on the pitch. I think that was a hit and run and just got unfortunate.
Wow. So now 2 are gone on another double play in a huge situation in the ball game. It's all up to Tyler Porter if Ashdown's going to be able to score that runner from third.
Looked like they were in business. First and third, nobody out.
Line drive, left center field. Clutch hitting for Tyler Porter. A base hit, an RBI, and insurance for Ashdown. They lead it 3-1.
What a pick-me-up. Oh, what a huge play. Momentum swing right there. First and third, nobody out. Hit into a double play. Genoa Central all excited about getting out of the inning, and you get that clutch 2-out RBI, little insurance run.
How about Tyler Porter today? Doing a lot of the small things. He's walked. He's done a job with a sacrifice, bunting runners over, and then 2 outs, needing a big hit. He delivers to add. It is 3-1 the lead.
Well, look at his numbers. He scored run. Now he's knocked in a run, so that's 2 of the 3 runs he's responsible for.
Chopper to the left side, diving stop at third from Wallace. Gets up, throw to first is late. So an infield single for Riley Williamson. And hey, Ashdown, they're still not done here in the 5th.
Another 2-out hit. One more 2-out hit and score a run most likely.
Nice attempt there at third from Wallace. Just the speed for Williamson allowed him to reach. Runners at first and second, now 2 outs for Taylor Mitchell, and Ashdown got a chance to keep on sprinkling in some runs.
Mitchell looking for his first hit of the day. Had a bunt in the first, or in his first at bat. Moved the runner over. Actually moved the runners over. That was a big, at bat because they ended up scoring that inning. Got the runners over to second and third, and he flew out to center field in the third.
1-0 pitch, Mitchell, curveball, fouled off his foot. We'll do it again now, 1-1.
Wells up over 80 pitches now. Very solid.
Just trying to keep it a 3-1 game. Needs a big pitch here. Fouled away. And if you're Genoa Central, don't get me wrong, you don't like giving up runs, but at this point you feel like, okay, they did get that clutch 2-out hit, but if you can shut the door right here, you feel like you're still quite well in this thing.
I'm just looking up. We've had 18 runners in a 3-1 game.
Pickoff attempt, it goes off the runner into right field. A fluke play is going to pay off for Ashdown. Both runners advance. That hit off Tyler Porter at second. It was right over the top of the bag, but it hit the base runner, so he's safe. Everybody moves up. And now Ashdown with a base hit could drive in 2 more runs.
Yeah, Robertson was there, but they kind of just collided. They just ran into each other and couldn't get a glove on the ball.
Well, he's running behind the runner. He's coming behind, and there's no way to get in front. Pop-up foul and out of play. So now more than ever, Wells really wants to get Taylor Mitchell with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. How demoralizing would it be for Wells? Because now Ashdown a chance, could be clutch. If they had 2 more, that's a gut punch.
And 2 errors this inning.
Taylor Mitchell trying to come through for the Panthers. Wells trying to shut the door. Ground ball left side. Just foul down the line. Boy, he made a bid there. If that gets through, it's 5-1 Ashdown.
So close. Just a hair to the left of the bag.
So
one pitch away, though. One pitch.
That's it for Wells. No harm, no foul. So far, he's avoided the big swing. Mitchell chokes up on the bat. 1-2, just a little bit low. That's a really good take.
Good eye.
Man, this game has really fit the billing. We thought it might be a good game. Both teams have beat each other once in the season. A nail biter, bottom of the 5th, 2-2. Curveball fouled again. Mitchell hanging tough.
Got him out front reaching for that. If he can bury one, might get him.
Regardless, he's worked the pitch count even more for Nicholas Wells, who's labored a little bit here in this inning. But it's been the offense for Ashdown. Boy, how big was that double play earlier now for Genoa Central. Trying to get out of the woods. 2-2, the high heat, swing and a miss. Wells needed it badly. He gets the strikeout, but Ashdown adds another 2-out hitting from Tyler Porter. They're up 3-1 on to the 6th.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
Austin City Limits celebrates 50 years.
Funk is something that takes you over.
A history that goes back to the spiritual.
Liza Minnelli. Being born into Hollywood royalty, Judy Garland and Vincent Minnelli, doesn't make you a superstar.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
Experience the action all over again next week. Watch all the championship games on the PBS app anytime.
It's always fun to be able to go back and relive these highlights, relive these games, find them all there. This is one you're going to want to go back and watch. I guarantee you, this one's been a great ball game.
Good look at the center field flag. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing in.
Nicholas Wells starts things off against Kyler Jones, opposite field, but got it off the end of the bat. Walt Jones is there for the easy put out. And the leadoff batter is gone. Genoa Central down to their final 5 outs of the season.
Kyler Jones still in there. I thought maybe.
I thought so too.
6th inning. But you know what? Why pull him? Well, I mean, he keeps working out of jams.
Still only giving up 1 run. I mean, I think you're right. I think Jones, on the eye test, you think, boy, he's been touched up at times. But you look up there, he's only given up 1 run. He's done the job.
Giving up 4 hits.
0-1 curveball hit sharply, but right to Walt Jones. He's been a vacuum over it short. Easy put out. Quickly 2 are gone.
Well, you know, he did that the last inning. Got a couple of quick ground outs, and then he had the hit by pitch, the walk, and he got out of the inning. The ground ball.
So now it's going to be all up to Hayden Tier, who is 0 for 2 today. Out of that 8 spot, he grounded out to a double play. The second, that was a big double play.
Really could have been another double play the next time up. Remember, he hit it to the
right.
pitcher, and Jones threw it away, and
well, how big
Jones
that
made a
inning
huge
could've been.
catch just
Yeah.
to catch it, and then dives and tags the runner. That was a big moment in the game.
Sure was. Big swing and a miss from Tier. You go back to that. If Jones is not there and he doesn't make that diving play, that inning may look totally different.
No, but if he makes a good throw,
That's a
inning's
double play.
over,
That's
double play
right.
over. He did get out of the inning with unscathed. Remember, he got the next batter
fly
to
out from
fly
Adams.
out, little
Yeah.
pop up to center field. But yeah, that was, tell you what, Jones and Jones there. That was a crucial play.
They needed it. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hayden Tier. Fouls it off. It's now 2-2. But I'll tell you, that's what we've seen today for the most part. Clutch opportunities. Either the pitcher or the hitters. Genoa Central, though, has just not had that big hit when they needed it, and you can credit Kyler Jones for his pitching. Trying to work a 1-2-3 inning. It would be his first since the very beginning of the game. 2-2 to Tier. Just a little bit inside. So hear a lot of oohs and ahs from the
Ashdown
Dragons.
fans wanted it.
Yeah.
He got it. It was inside.
So a payoff pitch to the Dragon first baseman. Chased the high fastball. That one might have been out of the zone, and he fouls it back.
He's a taller guy, big, taller strike zone, but I think that would have been a little up.
He's thinking maybe too close to take, so let's fight it off. I don't blame him. Payoff pitch again. Kyler Jones trying to face the minimum, and he'll do it. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string. 1, 2, 3. Go the Dragons in the top of the 6th. Ashdown trying to add to the 3-1 lead from Conway.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
We'll see how the Romans created beauty in both intimate and monumental ways.
The biggest lesson I've learned is that every destination, from a big city to a small village, has a soul.
Why are there goats on this town hall? There's got to be a connection. When did a king have dinner with imaginary friends? Wow.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Arkansas PBS is the home for high school sports. If you love watching these high school sports championship games live and also on demand, please consider making a gift to Arkansas PBS today.
Well, Nicholas Wells out for the bottom of the 6th inning. He'll face 9-1-2 Kyler Jones, Dollarhide, and Walt Jones.
Wells up to 86 pitches now.
You know, he hasn't pitched badly either.
No, 5 innings, giving up 6 hits, 4 walks. A lot of base runners, 10 base runners in 5 innings, so basically 2 an inning. But he's worked out of trouble for the most part.
Yeah, just a couple of really clutch hitting from Ashdown. Last inning, it was Tyler Porter with 2 outs. Thought he was going to be able to get out of it with a 2-1 deficit. He gets the leadoff hitter Jones, though, to begin. We'll bring up Cutter Dollarhide. First pitch fouled away. So Wells has been the dude all year long. He feels like he's pitched well enough. Maybe he left a couple of opportunities out there. That 2nd inning, the 3 walks really came back to bite him. Dollarhide fouls it off. But right now, Genoa Central is going to need their offense to come to life in the top of the 7th. They'll need at least 2 to keep the game rolling. It'll be 9-1-2 as we look ahead. Helms, Spears, and Cobb due up. They're hoping it's just 2 runs that they'll need.
Dollarhide battling, had a leadoff single to start the game. Had an RBI ground out in the 2nd inning. Then hit to the first baseman. Well, 3 unassisted last time up.
0-2, hit to that right side off the end of the bat. Nobody's covering first. They're not going to be able to get him. Cutter Dollarhide pushed it to the right side, and Wells did not cover the bag. So the Panthers will have a base runner out with 1 away.
Here's a good look at the replay. Wells just a little late getting off of the mound, and too late. Just kind of falls off to that 3rd base side. Couldn't get over there in time.
So now Ashdown, they got the right guy up, Walt Jones, the Arkansas commit. He is 1 for 3 today. Wells struck him out last time. First pitch, though, smokes it into left field through the 6-hole. Runners moving from 1st to 3rd. That's Dollarhide. Ashdown takes advantage. They got 2 aboard. The Panther faithful love it, and they're trying to add to the lead.
Love the aggressiveness of moving from 1st to 3rd. Immediately, coach was signaling, come on, come on, come on, let's make the turn. Let's go 1st to 3rd. Get in the scoring position with 1 out.
He crushed that
off and running. That helped him get over to 3rd, too.
Because it was smoked. Now Wood Walton, the man that did not play baseball last year, is 2 for 3, 2 singles, trying to come up clutch here. He's got good speed, but he has grounded into a double play today.
He's also scored twice.
Uh-oh, that one gets away from the catcher. They're going to wave home the runner. He'll dive in safely. Ashdown gets another on the miscue. Diving in is Dollarhide, and it's 4-1 Panthers.
And they're not done because Jones took 2nd. He's in scoring position.
So now a base hit from Walton could make it 5-1. Here's that pitch that got away.
You see the aggressiveness from Ashdown. Walt Jones was running on the pitch.
That's right, to 2nd.
And when Dollarhide was also running, I don't know if it was a hit and run or he was a straight steal when Jones got his single. And that allowed him to get over to 3rd. So you're seeing Ashdown, the aggressiveness with the lead.
You don't see that a ton, but in a title game, Ashdown pushing the right buttons, and hey, likely the pressure applied causing some problems. But man, Wes, you go back to that ground ball to the right side of the infield. Wells didn't cover first, and Ashdown's made him pay. Still not done in the inning. Wood Walton, a 2 for 3 day. Takes it up and away, and he'll have a hitter's count.
Yeah, that's a good point. He covers first. There's 2 outs, and the Walt Jones single doesn't do anything, doesn't hurt you.
Still not out of the woods. 4-1 Ashdown, already got 1 home in the inning. They've not scored more than 1 run in any inning. today. They got one in the second, one in the third, one in the fifth, and now one in the sixth inning. But, man, how demoralizing would it be if Walton's able to drive home another run?
Wood's a 475 hitter. Good hitter up there. 16 RBI.
The lefty-lefty matchup, 2-1 curveballs fouled away. Wells comes in that curveball in any count. He's trusted it all night, all morning.
And Wood saw that. I mean, he was patient. He's seen it before, and he stayed on it, fouled it off.
Still a big at bat here in the bottom of the sixth. Ashdown trying to add yet another. They'll check on the runner again. Walt Jones is dancing out there at second base. And Braxton Robertson trying to keep him close. Wells doesn't like the lead that he's getting. Another 2-2 count to Wood Walton. Curveball's fouled off, and you see Walt Jones was trying to swipe third base.
Off and running.
They have been very aggressive here in the state title game. Here's a look at Walt Jones. He was off. Moment pitcher comes home, he's gone. And I like that, right? If you try to throw down, maybe you throw it away, you apply pressure. 2-2, runner going again. Jones, that one's popped up. On the infield, Jones has got to get back to second base. He will. It'll be the second baseman, Spears, coming in. He'll corral that. That's the second out. That's a big out. As Gunnar Altenbaumer will be due up with 2 outs and a runner at second.
Altenbaumer walked his first plate appearance in the first inning, grounded out to third in the third, and then grounded out. Actually got on base in the fifth inning, his last time up.
Little mound visit with Coach Hudson, and his starter Nicholas Wells wants to just get one more out. Say, hey, just get one more here. We know we got a job to do in the top of the seventh, but let's get us to the seventh with not meeting any more than 3 runs. You do have to be careful to Altenbaumer, though. He's gone big fly 5 times this year. He'd really have to get a hold of one, though, to leave this park.
Hitting .408 on the season, 14 doubles. If you find a gap, that would be huge.
Jones heading to third. Uh-oh, gets away from the catcher. Jones dives to third. He thought about coming home, but a wide turn. That's the aggression of Jones, though. You got to do that. Slide safely at third, gets up quickly, seeing if he might have a chance.
Well, if you throw another wild pitch, he scores.
That's a pass ball. Just gets away from the catcher. I think he thought, hey, I see Jones running. I got to glove it quickly and throw, and that what may have caused problems on the receiving end. Now an infield single, anything gets the runner home. Altenbaumer way out in front of the curveball. Got to be careful if you're Wells. You're right, runner at third. Jones, that ball gets away from the catcher. He's coming home. Up and away.
He's getting a walking lead off of third base, creeping on down the line.
Two-one pitch, another curveball, laced to short, but caught by Robertson to end the inning. Panthers get a run, though. They're looking for their first state title in school history. 3 outs away as they lead it 4-1 in the 3A state championship.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
China, the new global superpower.
The country that we all want to know about today.
They had to assert their rights.
If a lot of people put their mind to it, they can win.
Our goal is to make sure people don't think that our community is invisible anymore.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Get your free live action photos from the game at myarpbs.org/photos. These are great championship keepsakes. myarpbs.org/photos.
Well, there's been a change, Wes. Walt Jones, the Arkansas commit, coming in to close it out. 3 outs away. What would be Ashdown's first ever state title. He's got good numbers.
50 innings pitched. He's pitched the most innings on this team, 3-1 record. 69 strikeouts to 15 walks. His ERA is 1.40. So 15 walks and 50 innings. Pretty good ratio. Throws strikes, gets strikeouts, but can you imagine the adrenaline that's flowing through his body right now? He's got to somehow stay calm and just make his pitches. 3 outs away from winning a title.
Remember, Ashdown making it now in their 6th appearance. They're 0 for 5 in the state title game. They're 3 outs away as Brody Helms will lead things off for Genoa Central. He's 1 for 2 today. Needing to start something for the Dragons. Running out of time, running out of outs.
Helms has a hit today. Had a leadoff single in the 3rd inning. Trying to get another leadoff single here, or leadoff and get on base somehow.
Yeah.
Got to get some base runners.
Genoa Central just trying to battle. That one gets away from Walt Jones. What a senior class this has been for Genoa Central. Regardless of the outcome, been an incredible season. They're hoping they've got a little bit of magic left on this historic Dragon run. 1-1 from Jones, a little overpowered, missing down and in, or down and away, I should say.
Yeah, first batter, everything on the line. You got to make him throw strikes. You got to make him throw another one. I'd probably make him take.
Sure.
Make him take another strike.
There it is, but he swings at it, chops it to the right side. Second baseman's there, makes the play and throws him out. That's Dollarhide, 4-3 on the putout, and Ashdown's 2 outs away.
Back to the top of the lineup. Will Spears up next. Spears has grounded out 3 times today. Grounded to the pitcher, the 3rd baseman, and the shortstop. Aggressive hitter. 333 average on the season.
Delivers a first pitch strike defensively. Williamson moves to shortstop from right field. Washington's now in right field, and then Logan Irwin into the game for the first time in left field for the Panthers. He makes appearance in the title game.
Walt Jones able to get ahead of him with the first pitch strike.
Spears trying to battle 1-1, fouled away, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Jones gets ahead.
Been able to locate his fastball. It's the off-speed stuff that's giving him a little problem.
Curveball, line drive, up the middle. Base hit for Will Spears, clutch. Needed it, 0 for 3 day up until that at bat, and a big base hit with a 1-2 count.
Just hung a little bit up in the zone and able to get enough bat on it to hit it right up the middle.
That's a good piece of hitting. Didn't try to do too much. Genoa Central, they need one more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Braden Cobb, the left fielder, he's 0 for 3 today as well.
Ground out to second, hit it to the 3rd baseman. Got him inside.
Ashdown's also thinking, hey, double play seals the deal. That's worst case scenario for Genoa Central. 0-1 to Cobb, bounced away. Nice job receiving back there from the catcher Johnson. He's done a great job. Both catchers have played really well in the state title game. This one's been A well-played game from both sides. 1-1 fastball, outer half, swing and a miss. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, just late. It was outside, and it was a good fastball. Cobb late with the swing.
Now he's got to protect. Jones had Spears 1-2, gave up a hit. Trying to get the strikeout to Cobb, and he gets just enough to stay alive.
Back on that outside portion.
Boy, you know the nerves are starting to settle in for the fan base.
A little high. If he can just get it down a little bit, I don't think he can reach that out there.
Cobb trying to battle for Genoa Central. 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. The juice from Walt Jones. And the Ashdown faithful, they can almost feel it.
When it comes up to Robertson, kind of fitting, right? Their best hitter, one of their best players. And he did. He got a little lower that time. No way to hit that. He just could not get to it.
You saw the Ashdown faithful come to their feet. They're 1 out away from bringing home their first ever state title. Strike one to Braxton Robertson. Robertson, he was our featured player. They're going to need him to get on if the Dragons have a chance.
Robertson's been big for him all season. Needs to get on base. Just find any way to get on base.
A little bit outside.
Keep the inning alive.
Yeah. Well, that's tough to do. This is a big moment for both pitcher and hitter. Cameron Bush would be next. Represents the tying run. Catcher sets up. Gets away from Walt Jones. Runner moves to second. That run by itself doesn't mean anything anyway. But sometimes as a hitter, you see running in scoring position, driving a run, you try to build a little rally.
It takes away an easy force at second base.
So ground ball to that left side of the infield. A little longer throw. Hitters count to Robertson. Jones trying to end it for Ashdown. Up and in with the heater, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
He wants to give Bush a chance. Just get on base. Give Bush a shot. Just turn it over to the next batter. That's all you can do right now.
One pitch at a time. Jones coming set again. He's ready to go. 3-1. Strike over the outer portion. And now Ashdown's 1 strike away. Huge pitch. Robertson trying to keep the season alive. Jones trying to win it for the Panthers. The payoff gets a little bit low. Great take from Robertson. And the Dragons will have a chance. The tying run will come to the plate.
Cameron Bush up. Bush today had a single in his first at bat and scored a run. Flew out to left and walked. We've talked about it. The wind's died down a little bit, not doing much right now.
First pitch to Bush. Strike at the knees. Good pitch from Jones to get ahead.
Bush hitting .348 in the postseason. Better average in the postseason than during the regular season.
0-1 fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Jones for the second time. The Panthers are a strike away.
You mess around with the breaking pitch here, just come at him. A little late on that fastball. I think I tried to throw another fastball in that outside corner right at the catcher's knee.
Bush trying to stay alive, extend the ball game. 0-2, swing and a miss! Jones strikes him out, and the drought is over. Ashdown wins their first ever state title on a strikeout from Walt Jones. 4-1 for Ashdown.
1 left on base. Your final score.
The drought is over for the Panthers.
Genoa Central 1.
The exhilaration. Big time pitch. You see the reaction. Down to his knees. Oh.
Wow. And the senior that would be C.J. Harris, number 24. It's the 24th win of the season for Ashdown. How poetic as the Panthers dogpile. We'll have the trophy presentation coming up. The 3A state champs. It's the Ashdown Panthers.
From the lessons that shape our children's futures to the stories that unite our communities, the impact of Arkansas PBS is undeniable. We give a voice to local news, art, history, and culture. Now more than ever, we need your help to keep this voice strong. Please help us to keep good going by making a gift of any amount to show your support for Arkansas PBS. Visit myarpbs.org/keepgoodgoing. Thank you.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way for you to support the programs you love on Arkansas PBS. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their checking account or credit card. Simply choose the monthly amount that fits your budget, and then call or go online and we'll set it up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. Need to make a change to your monthly gift? Just call or email us. You're always in control. Knowing we can count on a certain amount of revenue each month helps Arkansas PBS better plan for the future. Call or go online to start your sustaining membership right now.
Well, Ashdown has been missing something in the trophy case for the first time ever in school history. They bring home the state championship in baseball, a huge performance. Congratulations to the Panthers.
Win number 24 for number 24. Feels so good for Ashdown.
Man, what a performance. You're right, so many storylines coming in, but it was the Panthers, good defense. How about the pitching from Kyler Jones? Paved the way for Walt Jones to close it out. This was a thriller through and through.
And you saw the state tournament MVP trophy going to Kyler Jones. 6 good innings, gave up just 1 earned run. And like you said, he paves the way, and all that Jones has to do is, Walt Jones has to do is come in and get the final 3 outs. No, it's the toughest 3 outs to get in baseball, but he got it done.
4-1 Ashdown. Let's take a look back at the highlights from today's 3A state title game. First inning, rolling Wood. Walton grounded into this double play up the middle. Defense for Genoa Central was big early. They got that double play, kept Ashdown off the board, but it was the second inning that it was Nathaniel Thomas, Nathaniel, getting things going for the Panthers. That made it 1-0. But that would be all Genoa Central could muster. Half inning later, there was a ground ball double play attempt, but a diving play at first allowed Ashdown to score the fielder's choice grounder. And then the safety squeeze small ball gave Ashdown the lead 2-1, and they would never relinquish the lead. 2-1 the score. They'd have it for good. They tack on one more in the 6th inning. Again, it was Walton at the plate. Ball gets away, and diving in to score for Ashdown made it 3-1. They'd add one more for good measure, And then Walt Jones slams the door elated as he gets the dog pile going for the Panthers in their first ever state title.
Official championship apparel and memorabilia for this season are available at ArkansasHighSchoolSports.com. Ashdown, you Panthers want to get your gear, ArkansasHighSchoolSports.com.
Man, what a game to begin our Friday championship weekend. We've got 3 more on tap, Wes. Softball to follow here in just a moment. It's the 4A title. Bauxite, the Miners, and the Pea Ridge Blackhawks. That should be a really good one.
Yep, we're going to head over to Shock Field for a little softball action. We'll be back here at Bear Field for another baseball game later this afternoon, and then we'll finish up tonight with one more softball game. 3 more to go.
Boy, can't wait. We're excited. We hope you stick around with us for that. Should be fun, but that's going to do it for our baseball program. The 3A state championship's over. Ashdown, your winners. From our partner Westmore and our wonderful crew here at Arkansas PBS Sports, I'm JB Brazil signing off. We'll see you here a little later this afternoon for baseball, but next up is softball. Tune in for the 4A state title.